Yeah, and welcome back. This is the big moment where we add our AngularJS stuff to the item page, okay? So we're going to put this together, get those little thumbnail vibes rocking. It's all going to be fantastic. Now, to show you what's happening here, if I open up Chrome, here we are here. I've headed on to bing.com. And I've done a search, an image search for Jimi Hendrix Strat Black. You can go for anything you want, okay? And I've found some different pictures of guitars and whatnot from different angles. Now, you can find anything you want and all of that stuff. That's your vibe, and I'll see you in court, okay? But I'm going to save this stuff. That's what I'm going to do, and I think you should do likewise. So just go find some guitar pictures, okay? But these are the ones that I'm going to use, okay? Okay, so now I've saved those somewhere to the desktop or something, and now that I've done that, I'm going to clear the item galleries table. Let me just empty, well, it's empty anyway, that's good. Let me just clear the folder with the item galleries pics, okay? So I'm just clearing the decks here. There we go. Thank you very much, okay? Right, so I'm going to go to manage items, and we'll go to, I'm actually looking for the Jimi Hendrix one, which the Jimi Hendrix Strat in black. That'll do me, okay? So here it is, everything looks good, and I'm going to click manage item gallery, and we're going to upload a picture, and with a bit of luck, here they are, okay? So what have we got here? Let me just see. I think I'll go with this one. I'm just going to say open and upload. Okay, that's perfect. Now I'm going to do another upload picture thing. As I'm doing this, I'm thinking, you know, I could have had it saying upload another picture. That would have been nice. But anyway, who cares? So do you see how I'm uploading the different pictures here? Okay, everything normal, everything as we would expect, okay? Here comes the last picture. You can do as many as you want, but I'm going to just do 4, okay? And there we go. So here are the 4 pictures, all uploaded and all ready to go, okay? Here's the manage item page. It's fantastic. Okay, so for the rest of this video, we're going to be integrating AngularJS with this page here in instances where we have an image gallery. If we don't have an image gallery, we'll just give them the default page with this little light box. Oh, and speaking of light boxes, by the way, I actually like this. I think we did a lot of good work with this. It wasn't, you know, it was something that we had to go through over 100 videos to get to this stage. And I actually want to use this and AngularJS, okay? So that's the goal. So I'm looking for a picture which is kind of large with some little icons. When you click on an icon, it's going to change the picture. But when you click on the big picture, it's going to do the light box. So yes, we are going to be combining AngularJS with the light box. Let us begin. So the first thing I'm going to do is, you'll remember, this is my old Angular test thing from the other day, okay? You've got this Angular test thing, and you can remember that to get Angular working, we need to chuck a couple of things in. At the top of the code, we've got a thing ng app equals my app, right? But you'll also remember, I'll just tidy this a bit, that we have a link to a JavaScript file that's hosted on angularjs.org, okay? So we're going to need to add those 2 things to the template in order to have a hope of AngularJS working. So let's copy this line here with the big link thing. Let's now go into public underscore bootstrap, okay? And I'm going to do a little statement up the top here. Now, by the way, we are looking at this ng-app equals my app. Okay, that's what we're looking for here. But of course, we don't want this with every page. So I'm going to do some PHP, and I'm going to say if is set use AngularJS, then it's going to be echo with single quotations, folks, single quotations. And the vibe is echo out that ng app thing. And that is us, okay? So if is set use AngularJS, then it's going to add that vibe ng app onto the top here. Now I'm going to go on to the head section, and right down here near the bottom end of the head, okay, I'm going to say again, if is set use AngularJS, here we go. And the vibe is, this time we're going to echo out the link, the link to the external JavaScript file. Actually, we don't need an opening tag here, so that's the vibe, okay? So the big link that we had, whoopsie daisy, the link that we had here, I'm just going to copy that, and we're going to chuck that in, okay? So if we pass a variable into this public bootstrap thing that's called use AngularJS, all we need to do is pass this in, and this page will be ready. Okay, so the way we're going to do that is we're going to go to store items. Okay, now you know that the action happens on view. Okay, so this page here is store items / view. You may also remember that we've got a function in here called got gallery pick. I'm going to copy got gallery pick, and I'm going to paste underneath, and I'm going to make a very similar function called get gallery picks, and it's pretty much the same deal, except it's just going to return the query. Okay, so get gallery picks loads up item galleries. It fetches any records from item galleries that belong to this, and then it's going to return the query. And what we're going to do with this, folks, is if we go back to view again, right, back onto view, and I'm going to say query gallery picks is this get gallery picks for this update ID. I'm now going to say num rows is query gallery picks num rows. Okay, now if the num rows is greater than 0, what does that mean? It means we have at least one gallery pick. Okay, otherwise load a normal page. That's the vibe. So that is very, very cool indeed. And in fact, if we have a gallery pick, then we can say data use AngularJS equals true. And behold, we have now passed a variable in called use AngularJS, passed it into public bootstrap. It's all going to load the right stuff. It's going to be fantasticola, okay? But we can do even more than that, folks. We can build an array of all the gallery picks. How do we do that? Well, it's very easy. We just say for each for each query loading up, wrong name, for each query gallery picks loading up result as row. Okay, what I'm going to do is set a little counter at the start here, and I'm going to say gallery picks, and then we'll have the count thing happening here, and that's going to be base URL item galleries picks / row picture. Can you see how I'm building an array up that's called gallery picks, right? Now I'm going to say data gallery picks equals gallery picks. So I'm passing an array of all of the gallery picks into the view file. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to say data view, okay? We've got a thing, sorry, it's called view underscore file. So data view underscore file is going to equal view. I kind of like single quotes recently, but it's going to be the gallery version. So it's a slightly different view file, okay? Otherwise, then the view file is just going to be the normal view, okay? We've already got this line, by the way. It's down here. So we can take it out. And all I'm saying is, if we have gallery pics, right? If we do have gallery pics, we're going to add in, use AngularJS, we're going to build an array of the gallery pics, and we're going to create a different view file. Now let's create that view file just now. If we go into the views folder, and I'm going to say view, now what was it called again? I cannot even remember. View gallery version. So here we go. So it's the gallery version.php, okay? And this is going to be very similar to the original view, at least to begin with, okay? However, just so that there's no mistakes, I'll do a little h1 here, and I'll say gallery version. In fact, let's just say style equals color red, just so that there's no mistakes here, right? So if we refresh the page, everything looks kind of normal, but we have loaded a different view file this time. It's the gallery version, okay? And we've also prepared the main template to handle some AngularJS. Now, I'm going to go back to the old Angular test thing that we made, and I'm going to try and get this thing working on our online shop. So I'm going to copy this ng controller div here. I'm going to copy the whole thing, and I'm going to paste it in to our view file, okay? Now don't worry about there goes my accent. Don't worry about all of this stuff, just get rid of it, okay? We'll deal with it later. I'm only interested in getting AngularJS working. As soon as it's working, the rest is going to be easy, okay? So I've pasted in this stuff. Can you handle the vibe? And there's actually just one more ingredient that we need here. Have a look. It's app.js. But you know, folks, for reasons of PHP and MySQL, I'm not going to make a file called app.js. Because remember, our default pic, which is going to be this black Fender Stratocaster, we want this to come from the database. So it's no good having it as an external JavaScript file. That's just not going to work. So what we'll do is we'll copy the code for app.js. We'll go back into the view file, and then we'll just do a little script tag here and paste in the code from app.js, okay? So if we do all of that and then we refresh the page, you should see that John Lennon appears. If I click on Paul McCartney, okay, clicking on George Harrison, Ringo Starr, back to Paul McCartney and John Lennon. Excellent. So that tells us that that AngularJS is working whenever we have a gallery, okay? And if we go on to another guitar, let's say this one that does not have a gallery, it gives us the traditional view file, okay? Now stay cool, because we are almost finished. So I'm going to go back to this page where the action is now, and I'm going to get this stuff here all working, you know, so that we've actually got meaningful pictures of the guitars and whatnot, okay? So let's do that just now. I'm going to head down here now, and this is where it all gets good. I'll start the process off by creating a new column, which is going to be MD1, okay? MD1. I'm going to make this column wider. We'll make it MD, well, how about 3? Is that okay? And that means we're going to have to take 2 off of this, so that would go to 5, right? Now, with this first column, I'm just going to say thumbnails to go here. I'm just mapping it out, folks. I don't have any notes, right? So I'm just figuring this out as we go. If we hit refresh, that's kind of quite nice. I actually think we could go a bit wider though. So I'm going to take this to 4 and we'll bring this down to 4. Okay, that is going to be really, really good. I think that's going to be perfect actually. So that's nice. Yes. Thank you very much. Now, do you see how we've got this class equals row and it encapsulates the whole vibe? We'll check this out. I'm going to copy this ng controller thing and we'll take it out of here and we'll chuck it right here. Okay, so that means that this row, which is where all the action's happening, is now under the watchful eye of the Angular controller. It's a fantastic vibe. Okay, next we're going to add the thumbnails here. Okay, so let's just have a look and see if we can figure this out. Right, here we go. So we've got a thumbnail here. That looks good, right? And we know that we've got an array called gallery pics. So if we jump in here and if we just say for each gallery pics as thumbnail, okay, for each gallery pics as thumbnail, well, I'm going to come out of PHP, okay, and I'm going to do that, and then with these big awkward paths here, and these actually match, I think, we'll grab those paths like so, okay, and we're going to chuck in a PHP variable here called thumbnail, okay, and notice that it's got the ng click and all of that stuff in here. So that little column here is where the thumbnails are going to live. All we need to do now is get the big picture working. Now you can see that the vibe is we just change the image source to default pic, okay, default pic. So if we go and find the big image, where on earth is it? Here, it's here. So this is going to be default pic like so, and this is going to be default pic. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Just got one more thing to do, folks. When we look at our script here, this is for the Angular application, you'll see that it loads up a default picture of John Lennon, okay, and what we want here is for it to actually load up gallery pics with a key of 0, and that is the vibe. So if we now get rid of all of this stuff here that we used for testing, thank you very much indeed, and if we bring all this stuff upstairs here, okay, all of this stuff comes upstairs, that looks very nice. And notice, folks, please do notice that we've still got the feather light, the light box stuff and all that. It's all still happening. So if we save that and refresh this page, if you head upstairs, okay, something not quite right there. Stay cool, stay cool. Right, thumbnail. Right, do you see how we've got this class img responsive? Copy that and replace this width thing here, because that comes in handy. Let's just save and refresh. Okay, that is a wee bit of a challenge. Let me just try something. Got one. Okay, I think there's something wrong with our array here. Let me just sort that out. It'll be just something stupid. So gallery pics count is, well, there you go. It's staring us straight in the face. We forgot to add 1 onto the count. There we go. Stupid mistake, folks. Can you forgive me for that mistake? I hope you can. Here we go. Refresh and look at this. It's all cool. See, look, it's changing and everything. And the really cool thing is that if we click on this, the light box still works. Okay, And if you go back to the other guitars here that don't have galleries, they all look fantastic as well. So that's that. Okay, so you'll be glad to know that we are now finished with all of those fancy JavaScript libraries, whether we're talking about the Lightbox, the slider, or the Angular thing that we built, okay? That's cool, and I hope you enjoyed that stuff. Coming up now is going to be some really easy videos, and basically I want to just spruce up this design, you know, and so I'm just going to be doing some very basic stuff, a few little tweaks, you know, to get it looking just right. So that's what's coming up. It's going to be much easier than this, so just relax and enjoy this easy patch that's coming up, okay?